Good morning, Stampers. Kim Wolff coming to you here on Tuesday with a Tuesday tip and technique. Stampin' Up sells the most beautiful DSP, Designer Series paper. This is a brand new one. It's called Cute as a Bug. On the back of this paper, it not only gives you the name, but it also gives you the colors: basic black, blackberry bliss, Cajun craze, etc. But what do you do with that piece of paper when you've got your cardstock, which is a little heavier than this, and then you've got this white piece of paper that comes in the back of all the DSP. And I thought, one, I would show you this DSP because it's beautiful, but two, let's talk about what to do with this piece. So this piece is a little bit thicker. It's pretty sturdy, and to throw it away makes no sense. So I was in a little chat with a group of people, and they came up with the greatest ideas to use this for. So I thought I'd show you the paper first, and then we'll talk about that. So here is the Cute as the Bug paper. There is thin cut or die cuts that you can use to cut out many of these shapes. I love it when they do that. And then look at the beautiful little daisies on the back. These are, I call them PML cards, but they're little cut apart pages, and then you can cut them on the lines and use them. You can add them to a scrapbook page, or you can add them to a card. Look at these guys. They're just so cute. And you don't have to have the die cut to use that and to cut it out. We've got good old scissors we can do that with, right? Super, super pretty. I'm going to be having a lot of fun with Cute as a Bug. I'm starting to work on a February class. Look at these mushrooms. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, I'm a plaid girl. But back to the purpose of this Tuesday tip and technique. So what do you do with this? One of the things you can do is you can cut this into cards are generally 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You can cut this into those pieces. And when you make a card similar to like what I did here, and if you've got embellishments all over it, put that in your envelope on top of it, put it in, and it will protect whatever you're sending. Another thing you could do is if you've got a card that you like to make a template. So you could use this as a template because it's sturdy to do that with. You could cut it in half, 6 by 12. You could cut it in half and use this to label your paper. If you've got cardstock and you want to write the name of the cardstock on top of this, if you use a lot of 8 1/2 by 11, this is 12 inches tall, so that would give you a little like divider to separate your papers so that you can keep track of them. If they're 12 inches tall, that's okay. Typically, we have so many colors that sometimes when you're looking at this and you're like, well, what color is crushed curry? If you've got it labeled, you can do that. You could add it to a 12 by 12 layout. You could put sometimes these papers are a little flimsy, and I want to use this, say, as the background for a 12 by 12 layout. I can glue this right to it, and now I have a sturdier base. You can take this and put this on your table and use this to protect your table. So now you can get glue and adhesive and marker and all that all over it, and then just toss it away when you're done. You can use this for 3D projects. You know how sometimes we've made cards and we've had a box to go with it? This would make a great box. So you can still score it, you can still cut it, and then this would make a sturdier 3D project. You can use it as tags. So you can, if you've got a wine bottle, you could make a wine tag, punch a hole and put this on top. It's a sturdier than your DSP, and you can embellish this, add papers, etc. But what I would ask you to do is, why don't you comment on other ideas and ways that you can use this paper? But don't throw it away. It's got a lot of uses, and I think that if you really put your brain to it, you can come up with some ideas yourself. So in the comments, let me know if there's anything that you've thought of, but hopefully I've given you some ideas on what you can use that back piece for. So I hope you've learned something new today, and I hope you have a happy Tuesday. Bye.